Hey guys! All right, so I'm doing something really new to because I'm going live on two different devices on the two different platforms at the same time. So this is really exciting. So I'm live right now on my YouTube channel and I'm also live on my Facebook group. All right, so for anybody that's going to be watching this on the replay, hi and welcome. So today's live will be quite short because I just wanted to come on here to go through a few things when it comes to moisturizing natural hair, particularly right now in 2018. Okay, so let's get right into it. So now you've probably been natural for a few years now, or maybe you just went natural a few months ago, and you've tried all sorts of things to your hair. So you've tried different techniques. You've tried the rice water treatment, you've tried maximum hydration, you've tried the water only technique, you've tried the curly girl method, you've tried all sorts, but nothing is working for your hair, and your hair still feels dry and it's breaking, and there's nothing that's working for your hair. So you're probably wondering, okay, what can I do? Because all this while I've done so many things to my hair and nothing is working. So you're probably wondering, oh my God, should I go back to the relaxer? Because when I had relaxer, I didn't have all this problem, right? So today's live, we'll just go through practical ways that you can keep your natural hair moisturized in 2018. So a little introduction about myself. My name is Adiola, and I'm the founder of coilsandglory.com. So you can find me over on my website, coilsandglory.com, or you can also find me all over the social media space. But for anyone that comes on my website, I give everybody a free gift, right? I give everybody a free gift. Hi, Yolanda, and hi to anybody that's going to be watching this on the replay as well. So when you go over to my website, coilsandglory.com, I give everybody a free gift. So the free gift is a natural hair checklist. So the checklist has a list of products that you're gonna need, right? So I'm gonna be listing out general products, and this checklist has pretty much everything that you need. It has a list of tools, it has a list of products that you're gonna need in your hair. So you wanna make sure that you go to the website and you can just click on the link on the site and you can download the free checklist. And also, when you download the free checklist, you're automatically going to be signed up for my free my free email list, right? So every Mondays I send out emails, or sometimes if I have something going on, such as this live video, then I might send out more than one email per week. Okay, so let's get right into today's content. So, how do we keep our natural hair moisturized in 2018? By natural hair, I mean many ladies with hyper hair because we have issues. So right now, my hair it's under my scarf because I just stepped out of the shower and so I wanted to um, to just keep my hair dry because it's drenched and it's wet. Okay, so now there are many five steps actually, right? So the five steps, I'm just gonna go over them and then I'll go over them in a little bit more detail. So the five steps are you're gonna cleanse your hair and then you wanna deep condition it, and then you wanna moisturize it, and then you wanna seal it, and then finally style. So I did all five steps, and my hair right now it's in chunky twist, right? And usually, chunky twist helps me to retain moisture longer, and it's very quick and easy to put in and to take down as well, right? So I love doing chunky twist in my hair. And also, there are actually a few more things you can do to your hair. Hi, Wanda. Hello. So there are actually a few more things you can do to your hair. So sometimes for me, those five steps are actually not enough, right? So sometimes I might need to do a little bit more stuff to my hair, right? And so this is where, and so this is like what I mean by practical ways to keep your hair moisturized in 2018. So some other products, some other steps you might need would be to put when you're going to moisturize your hair, leave the leave-in conditioner in the fridge. So my leave-in conditioner was in the fridge. I took it out of the fridge, and then I just applied it in my hair, right? So you want to make sure that the leave-in conditioner you're going to use in your hair is cold, right? So straight out of the fridge. And when you deep condition your hair, you want to warm it up a little bit, right? So usually I'll take some deep conditioning treatment, put it in a separate bowl, right? And sometimes I'll mix some honey in that deep conditioning treatment, and then I'll just have a bowl of warm water. I'll leave that deep conditioning treatment in it and then go shampoo my hair. So while I'm shampooing my hair or detangling my hair, the deep conditioning treatment can warm up a little bit, right? So when it's time to apply it in my hair, it's a bit warm, and I apply it in my hair, cover it with a plastic cap, and then just rub my hair with a towel, or sometimes I'll just use my winter hat. I'll just wear my winter hat and then protect my hair with it, right? So I just shared two extra tips, right? So one will be to put the leave-in conditioner in the fridge. So when it's time to use it, just take it out of the fridge, put it in your hair. So when you're gonna put it in your hair, though, you want to make sure that you don't warm up the leave-in conditioner, right? Because sometimes we scoop it, and then we rub it in our hands. But when you rub it in your hands, then the coolness goes away, right? So sometimes I'll just scoop a little bit, just maybe spread it a little bit on my fingers, and I'll just apply it in my hair, right? So at least that way I don't defeat the purpose of, having it in the fridge, right? And then the other tip that I shared is to warm up your deep conditioning treatment, right? So you want to make sure that you warm up your deep conditioning treatment in a bowl of warm water, right? So I don't mean put it in the microwave or cook it on the stove. Just warm it in a bowl of warm water and then apply it in your hair and then cover your hair with a shower cap. And then the third tip that you probably haven't done in a while or you barely do will be to do an ACV rinse. So what's an ACV rinse? An ACV rinse is an apple cider vinegar rinse, right? So that's why you're gonna take like a quarter cup of apple cider vinegar, and then you're going to dilute it in 2 cups of water, right? So again, it's best to use cool water as well, right? So that's tip number 3. Use cool water. So just dilute that apple cider vinegar in water. So after you've washed off the deep conditioning treatment, you want to pour it over your hair, right? Pour it over your hair, massage it on your scalp. And this is good for ladies with itchy scalp as well. Massage it on your scalp, put on that shower cap, and wait for about 3 minutes or so, right? So usually during this time, I'll just go and clean up the bathroom, right? So I'll just put my shampoos and deep conditioning treatments and put everything away, right? Because that takes a few minutes, right? Or sometimes I'll clean up the bathroom and maybe take out my styling products, right? And that's 3 minutes. And then you're gonna, go back in the shower. Or sometimes I'll just wash my hair over the sink, the bathroom sink, and then just rinse it out again with cool water, right? So that's tip number 3. And then the tip number 4, the final tip is that when you're going to wash off the deep conditioning treatment, right, you want to make sure that you use really cold water, right? So you shampoo your hair, you probably use warm water, right? Now, when it's time to rinse off the deep conditioning treatment and even the ACV, right, you want to turn the tap down a little bit, right? So this is why I usually prefer to um, to wash my hair over the sink, right? Because then like I don't have to get my skin all wet and I feel so cold, right? So I prefer to wash my hair over the sink, or even if I'm washing it in the shower like I did today, I just step back a little bit and I just put my head under the shower, right? So at least that way like I don't feel all cold and freezing cold, right? So yeah, so you want to turn the tap down and then just use cold water to rinse out your hair, because that way it'll help with your cuticles. And also if you have any porosity problems or moisture retention problems, you want to make sure that you do that, right? And then tip number 5, the final tip, and I'm going to go over everything again. Tip number 5, the final tip is to wash your hair more frequently. So let's say right now you only wash your hair every 2 weeks, right? But if your hair always feels dry, right, meaning dry hair is a problem, moisture retention is a problem, you want to make sure that you go from every 2 weeks to every week. right? Or let's say right now you wash your hair every week, so maybe every Saturdays. So you want to increase that frequency to maybe twice a week, right? So right now, because I'm working on moisture retention, so I've been washing my hair a little bit more frequently, and usually it doesn't take me long because I wash my hair in twists, right? I wash my hair in twists, so I don't have to do any detangling or all that jazz, right? So let's say every week you're washing your hair, but moisture retention is a problem. You want to make sure that you're washing your hair every 2 weeks. I mean, every 2 times in a week, right? And let's say you only wash your hair every 2 weeks, then you want to wash your hair every single week, right? So at least that way you can, treat your hair and bring it back into health, right? So let's recap the 5 practical ways, right, to retain moisture in your hair in 2018, right? So number one will be to warm up your deep conditioning treatment in a bowl of warm water. Number two will be to keep your leave-in conditioner in the fridge, right? So whenever you need to use it, you just take it out, put it in your hair cold, right? Number three will be to do an ACV rinse, an apple cider vinegar rinse. So you're gonna dilute the apple cider vinegar with cold water, rinse your hair with it for 3 minutes. Ooh, and then number four will be when you rinse your hair, right? When you rinse your hair, you want to make sure that you rinse your hair with cold water. And number five, I believe, number five will be to hold on. So you're gonna put your leave-in conditioner on the fridge. Oh yeah, number five will be to wash your hair more frequently, right? So let's say you only wash your hair every 2 weeks, wash it every week. If you only wash your hair every week, wash it twice a week, right? Okay, so that's mainly about it. So before I go um, into my offer, so I actually go um, a bit more in detail in moisture retention blueprint, which is my signature program, because I actually recommended some products you can use to shampoo, condition, leave-in conditioners, styling products, and all the stuff, right? So I go into a little bit more detail in moisture retention blueprint, and I actually put out a sample of what the lesson looks like on the Facebook group. So if you guys are watching right now on the Facebook group, make sure you go check out that video, and also I have a sample lesson on the page as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna put the link here on my YouTube page and on my Facebook group. I'm gonna post that later on. Okay, so I believe Kenny asked, what's the best way to deep condition? Is it best to do it on dry hair or washed hair? Okay, so Candy, I probably answered your question already when I was going through the 5-step system, and also when I was going through 5 tips, right? So it's best to deep condition your hair on washed hair, right? Now, let me tell you 2 reasons, right? Number one, like when you pick up a deep conditioner from the store, right, and you read the direction on it, right? Usually the direction would read, okay, apply this product after shampooing with our product. So let's say, for example, you pick up like a Shea Moisture deep conditioning treatment, right? The direction on it will be, oh, step number one, shampoo with Shea Moisture shampoo. And then step number two, deep condition with this Shea Moisture deep conditioner, right? So yeah, you always want to make sure that you deep condition your hair on washed hair. That's reason number one. Reason number two is because deep conditioning treatment, and again, I go over the reason why, right? Because I listed all these products and I also explained why we need them, right, and how to use them. So the reason number two why we deep condition our hair and why we deep condition our hair on washed hair is to go and condition our hair, right? So when we shampoo our hair, we're taking off, the previous leave-in conditioners, the gels, the styling products, the pretty much anything we put on our hair, the oils, the shea butter, we're taking everything out, right? And then the deep conditioning treatments will work and fill in any gaps, any holes, any damage, anything that your skin needs, right? So it's almost like you shampoo your skin and then you put in lotion or whatever it is on your skin, right? So that's how deep conditioning treatments work. So I know some ladies sometimes will deep condition their hair first and then shampoo it, which doesn't make sense because it's almost like putting on lotion and then you hop into the shower and then you shampoo the lotion up. It doesn't make sense. So let's just follow what like whatever direction that's on the products, right? Because these guys are scientists. They actually went to school to study our hair, so they know a lot more than we do, right? So let's not, try and be creative. And I also talked about that in moisture retention blueprint. Okay, so Candy, I'm glad I answered your question. So just to go over moisture retention blueprint a little bit more, just in case anybody has any question, or maybe you guys have any hesitation as to, okay, why should I buy this program when I can obviously go on YouTube and um, and get all my questions answered. So let me just go over who this is for, because in the past few days I've been receiving questions about the program and also about who it's for, right? So moisture retention blueprint. It's mainly for ladies with type 4 hair, so type 4C hair particularly, who have been having problems with moisture retention and dry hair. And also breakage, right? Because everything falls under dry hair, right? So let's say you've been natural for a while now, and then dry hair is still a problem, which guess what? Natural hair is naturally dry, so we're always going to have problems with dry hair. But our goal is to minimize that, so that maybe out of 7 days in a week, our hair can be moisturized for 6 days at least, right? Not just for 2 hours, and then we always have issues, right? So moisture retention blueprint is mainly for ladies who have been having issues with breakage and with moisture retention for a very long time, and you're just ready you know to try something else, and maybe to even invest in your hair education, rather than investing in hair products that's not going to do anything for you, or investing in hair extensions that's not going to do anything for you, right? So let me just quickly go over um, the modules. So we actually have 6 modules, right? So the first module will talk about the science of black hair, right? Because we need to understand the nature of our hair, right? So I know it might sound boring or something, but going over the science of your hair will help, because the next time you watch a YouTube video or you read a blog, then it's easier for you to understand, okay, now what's the point of this? Why are they telling me to deep condition my hair on dry hair, when I know obviously based on my scientific knowledge about my hair, I'm supposed to be deep conditioning my hair after washing it and not before that, right? So I go over the scientific nature of our hair, so science of type 4 natural hair. I talk about cuticles. So you guys have probably heard about cuticles. You're probably wondering, okay, what's this cuticle stuff all about? How come everybody is always talking about cuticles being open, closed, or whatever, right? So I go over that and I show you pictures of what your cuticles actually look like under a microscope. And then the second module, I talk about hair typing, right? So I know a lot of you ladies probably have heard a bunch of things about hair types. So should I care about hair types? What's my hair type? How do I know what my hair type is? And how do I choose part of my hair type? Should I watch a YouTuber who has a different hair type as me? Or my type 4C hair looks ugly, whatever, right? So I go over hair typing, and I go over the 4 key things to look out for when it comes to your hair type, and also how to choose products based on your hair type. And I also stress about the importance of knowing your hair type, and also some things to watch out for when hair typing or your hair. And then in module number 3, I talk about porosity. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, then you probably seen the series that I did over this weekend on porosity. So because believe it or not, what's out there on porosity is actually wrong, right? Because I might actually, I think it's me and one other blogger who actually says talks about the complete opposite of what everybody else is talking about when it comes to hair porosity. So you guys want to make sure that you get the real fact about porosity. And you guys are probably wondering, okay, why should I listen to you? Like, who gives you the right to say the exact opposite of what all these YouTubers are saying? Well, it's because guess what? I have a scientific background, and so that's why the first module talks about the science of our hair. Because for me, I understand, the scientific nature of our hair and how products work. So it's a bit more challenging for me to follow what everybody else is saying when I obviously know it is not right, right? So you guys want to know the real facts about porosity and how it affects moisture retention. So on my Facebook group, somebody asked me, how often do I deep condition my hair? So I said usually it's every 2 weeks, but I had to increase it to every week. But now I'm working on, at least twice a week because I'm working on correcting my hair porosity, right? Because right now my porosity is all over the place. And so that's why, dry hair sometimes can be a problem, right? So sometimes YouTubers will tell you choose products based on your porosity or go find out what your hair porosity is. And sometimes some ladies will have low porosity. Some ladies will have high porosity, but they'll use the same hair tip, right? So sometimes they go, you have low porosity, you should wash your hair more. You have high porosity, you should wash your hair more, right? So you guys want to make sure that like if there's any other reason why you should sign up for this course, you should sign up for it based on module three, which is, the real facts about porosity. And in this module, I'm going to share with you a 30-day porosity correction plan. So I'm working on that as well. Just bringing down my porosity so my hair can retain moisture a lot longer than it currently does, right? So, and module number four, that's when we get into the meat of this course, right? So, why do you have dry hair? Now, on my blog, I have 6 reasons, and that blog went viral on Pinterest and even on Google. It brings me the highest traffic, right? Because a lot of ladies, we've had dry hair for all this while, but we don't even know why our hair always feels dry. So, in module number four, I talk about why you have dry hair. So 20 reasons why you have dry hair. Oh, okay, it's getting dark outside, so my video is getting a bit dark. So I talk about 20 reasons why you have dry hair because sometimes, sometimes some of these reasons might be in your control, some of these reasons might be out of your control, right? So how do you manage all these factors, right? So I talk about those in module number four, and then in module number five, right? That's where I get into everybody's favorite topic, which is hair products, right? So I go over um, hair products for moisture retention. So why you need them, when to use them, and how to use them. So Candy asked a question about deep conditioning. Should I deep condition my hair on dry hair? Should I deep condition my hair on washed hair? So module number five will answer pretty much any question you might have about products, why you need a particular product, and how and what do they do to your hair, and when you should use them. And to be so just a cautionary tip though for anybody that's into like any hair techniques like rice water treatment, molasses, or pretty much all this other stuff that's out there. What else? Lemon, baking soda, cowpea or cow. I don't even know crazy stuff, but yeah, but if you guys are into those, that's not what I'm into. So therefore, my course does not cover all this stuff because those techniques are not sustainable, right? But there's a reason why those techniques become so popular, like over a short period of time, and then it dies down, right? Because obviously those techniques are not sustainable, they're not practical, and usually, I mean, they might get you results today, but then tomorrow you try it, then your hair breaks off or you get tangles, and it just doesn't work, right? So module number five is just about practical ways to retain moisture in your hair using products that anybody can get in anywhere, right? And then in this module, we're gonna develop just a three days to moisture retention plan. So if you're busy, lazy, or you have some other stuff to work on, but your hair, right? So we're gonna develop a quick 3-day moisture retention plan. So let's say right now your hair feels extremely dry, right? So what can you do over the next 3 days to bring your hair into health, right? And then for the final module, which is developing a moisture retention regimen and habit. So last month we did a 30 days moisture retention challenge. So that challenge was mainly about helping you to develop a moisture retention habit. And I've had a few ladies tell me that they've seen improvements in their hair, which unfortunately for me meant that they no longer need my help because I've helped them. I helped them during those 30 days to come up with to develop a moisture retention habit, right? So the hair can stay moisturized longer, right? So rather than just following a technique that might get you soft hair like right now, but then tomorrow your hair feels dry, the day after your hair feels dry, like how can we develop a longer term habit, right? So the next time our hair feels dry, we know what to do. right? So I cover all of those, and in this module, we're going to develop three main regimen, right? So the first one will be a 24-hour instant breakage control treatment. So let's say right now your hair is breaking like crazy, right? You've tried everything. You've tried protective styling. You've tried different kinds of products. You've tried all sorts, but your hair is still breaking. So we're gonna come up with a plan that will just stop that like right now within 24 hours, right? And then the next thing you're gonna come up with will be a 7 days quick fix, right? 7 days quick fix moisture retention regimen, right? So again, that's for so the 3 days is great, but then obviously, I mean, like, what are you gonna do on day 45, day 6, day 7, right? So we're gonna develop a 7 day quick fix moisture retention regimen, which you can actually replicate every single week, uh, depending on the health of your hair. And then the third thing we're gonna develop in this module will be a 30 days hydration regimen, right? So because obviously, again, we have more days than the 7 days, so the 30 days will help us to create something on a longer term. Oh, my apologies. Okay, so I hope you guys can still see my face here because it's dark out. Okay, so module number 6 will help you to develop all those stuff. So now, when it comes to the investment, right? So what is it going to cost me? So you can get in for as little as 3 payments of $41, or you guys can save big by just opting into the one-time payment of $97, and then but I would actually recommend the middle tier, which is the truth tier, because you're gonna get a workbook and 4 weekly webinars. So sort of like what I'm doing right now, where you can ask your questions. If there's any confusion about any module or you still have any questions, right, then you can ask me. So with this one, you can get it for 3 payments of $63, or you can save 30% by just making the one-time payment of $147. So, and you also get 3 bonuses. You get a 7 days moisture retention regimen. So just in case you guys don't know how to develop your own regimen, I have that 7 days, and you can use that as a template to develop your own 7 days regimen. I have 5 DIY recipes. So for the DIY queens out there, and also my ebook, Moisture Retention Secrets ebook. So you're gonna get that bonus. So let me just go over who I created this course for, because obviously it might not be for you, but let's just quickly go over who I specifically created it for. So it's for, again, like I said, ladies who have been having problems with dry hair and breakage for a very long time now, and you're ready to invest in your hair and try something different than what been used to all this while, and you also want to learn how to soften your dry, brittle hair, right, and reduce breakage, or when possible to eliminate breakage. And you also want to learn how to effectively moisturize your hair, right? So maybe you know about the love method, LCO method, but it's not working for you because you just don't understand the why behind it, right? So, and you want to learn why. So this course is for you. And you, especially, as in, this is really important, you want to stop wasting time, right? Going from one YouTube video to a blog, to a Facebook group, to an Instagram page, to a Pinterest page, and like every time you learn something, they all contradict each other. One method tells you, put conditioner on dry hair. Other method tells you put conditioner on wash hair. Other method tells you to put conditioner on your hair overnight, right? You're thinking, okay, what should I do, right? So if you're tired and frustrated, and you're just ready to do something different and invest in your hair rather than spending $200 getting braids, why don't you spend $200 getting hair education that will last you, you know a lifetime, right? So if dry hair, breakage, moisture retention, and all this stuff has been a big problem for you, then you want to make sure that you don't waste any more time or even money on the next hairstyle, and just get into this product right away. So I hope I've answered everybody's question. And if you have any other question for me, just drop it in the comment section below. And I'm gonna come back on here tomorrow morning because now it just went dark like within a few minutes. So I hope I've answered one's question. For anybody that's going to be watching on the replay, so if you have any other question, just drop it in the comment section below. And I'll see you ladies. I'm going to be back on here tomorrow morning. I haven't decided on the time yet. Probably maybe during lunch hour. Okay, so see you ladies tomorrow and take care and bye bye.